Good evening, Soul Tribe, YouTube, the ether, and the cosmos, and no, they are not the same. This is your girl, Mighty Mocha, tuning in for Wishful Wednesdays, and I hope everyone is well and doing their best to stay well mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I'm just kind of tuning in for Wishful Wednesdays and feeling like a vibe. And my grand queens was looking at a movie, and all I kept hearing is, there's nothing that you can't do. There is nothing that you can't do. And thinking about there's nothing that you can't do, I think about how sometimes, you're listening to always my girl Alice Coltrane, Taria, and what is it? I always get them mixed up. Oh, Taria and Ramakrishna. So, and thinking about there's nothing that you can't do, and the brilliance of all the things that we are empowered to do but don't do on this Wishful Wednesday. I'm hoping that you guys are seeing and envisioning things for yourself that you never imagined before, and being whimsical and wise enough to take advantage of those opportunities that serve you in a new way, in a different way. I'm thinking and wishful on the fact that if there's nothing that we can't do, how have we been programmed to set limitations around ourselves and to impose limitations upon ourselves based upon social constructs? Because I really do think that that is the most self-imposing way of creating limitations, is to be told what we can't do and to be told, how we are supposed to operate in the daily confines of the world. And I don't believe that limitations are something that we drum up on our own. I believe that from a very early stage in our lives, these pathways are created for us to define and create vehicles that says we're not capable and we're not worthy and we're not deserving, and we should not wish and hope for things that are beyond our reach, our class, our caste. And if any of you know what I'm talking about, like there's definitely been a caste system in place for a gazillion, billion, trillion years that teaches us what we should ascribe to. So I'm wishful and hopeful that you are not ascribing to a caste system that was handed down to you that says I can only be a nurse practitioner, I can only be a lawyer, I can only be a doctor. But I hope that you are wishful and working on the things that really speak to your inner truth and inner self. So, as we are approaching the holiday times, I don't want to belabor my sentiments, but I just want to say I hope you are wishful and working on the things that are most beneficial to raising you to your most highest place and perspective in life at this time and as you know it, because that's all we can really ascribe to do. So with this wish for Wednesday, of course, you guys know I meditated. Got to get my reading glasses. Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm so glad it's the holidays. I'm so glad to be off work. I'm so glad. I want to put some more music on because I just feel it's necessary to keep that flow going. Yeah. Yeah. Um, And so I'm not gonna belabor a little longer. You guys know how I get down. And I usually give a little dialogue and then kind of give a little dialogue and then allow these beautiful tarot cards to set the stage and kind of drive my message home. And this is my third week during these sessions, and as Wishful Wednesday for the third week, I'm looking at the beautiful cards that I pull, and once again, I just kind of feel like they're spot on. So I'm gonna set this up a little bit here. There we go. So the first card that I pulled was the Prince of Cups. And this is my Earth Water card. And I love this. It kind of reminds me of like Moby Dick. That's just like the first thing that I see. But and it was like one of the cards that I pulled, I think Tuesday or Wednesday for a read. But this is a card of somebody who is wanting to be a free spirit, but is kind of bogged down by some type of timidity, timid feelings around intimacy, and I'm going to say vulnerability, because I know, and I can't speak for everyone, but I know for me, that's been a challenge for me within the 2020 year. It's just being vulnerable and being transparent about the level of intimacy that I'm willing to share. And it may be something that others are experiencing as well. But like there's the goblet with the snake that's on it. I don't know if you can see it. Um, that goblet right there that they're holding on their chariot, driven by the whale, and that is indicative to me of emotional transitioning. And so I think that a lot of us are going through a period. We are transforming emotionally and transitioning to our higher selves, and just kind of listening to ourselves a little bit more and listening to spirit more and being guided by spirit more. And that kind of resonated when I said there's nothing you can't do. You have the opportunity every day to elevate yourself and to do more than you did the day before in terms of how you work on yourself. And the second card that I pulled is the Seven of Pentacles. This is Saturn, definitely in Taurus. A little bit of like soft energy here. And this is like the fear of failure. And it is speaking to terms and situations and conditions in our lives where productivity and performance is limited, and we have to be patient and use the process of evaluation to persevere and to release that fear of failure, because there is nothing that we can't do, and nothing that we can't overcome. And we have had moments in our lives that demonstrate to us that we can do these things. And then most definitely there is the Fool card. And this is, I'm sorry, this is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, is my Saturn and Taurus card. Taurus card. And you'll see that they are spinning that weave in that water and trying to be productive and grasp some type of performing elevation. It's almost like a magician's card to me. Some type of performance elevation that will create some form of magic and release for them. And then there's this is beautiful for me, because once you realize that you are going through these emotional transitions, excuse me, and that you do what that dolphin says right here that's driving that chariot, you do have a free spirit. And while you may have some limitations about intimacy, and may be timid and scared of like love of passions and creative expressions and things of that nature, you do have the ability to release yourself of fear of failure and to step out and on faith and be your highest and best person. Like, it's nothing but sun radiating around. It's nothing but higher presence that I see in this card with this golden sunset in the background, and them tapping into this fluid energy of capabilities and possibilities. And then we pull the Fool card, the zero card, ground zero. And this is about courage, ecstasy without fear. And you see there's a tiger there. I pulled this card before a couple of weeks ago, probably my first weeks doing my readings. And this is the staff of Mercury. You see the staff of Mercury of Hermes and the Egyptian wands. Like, this is the Egyptian wands of vision and intuition and health and well-being and healing. And the butterfly always denotes transformational processes, that caterpillar that turns into a butterfly, and the spiral. Like, all of this is about this whimsical, magical process that is occurring around and within you, to bring you out of these fearful, timid processes that you've been going through lately. And the whole point is to create a process of self-evolution. As we see with the crocodile, it's about creative vision and strength. And there's the sun and there's the sea. And it's about uniting fire and energy and vision and the water. And I see the water in all of these cards, which is about feelings and emotions. And of course, the Alof, I think, if I'm saying it correctly, I think it is, but that's the symbol of the ox, and it represents wholeness. And you are your whole, complete self. You do have everything that you need, and there is nothing that you cannot do. So as we move out of 2020, which has been a very tumultuous year for all of us, and move into 2021, my wish for you is that you understand that you are limitless, and that the only boundaries and limits that you create are the ones that are amongst you, are the ones that you create, and that there is nothing that you cannot do. Absolutely nothing. And so with that, I thank you all, as always, for your time, for viewing my videos, for contributing to the content, whether you are present or not, for subscribing to my channel, for commenting, liking, and all of those good things. And even if you don't, I thank you anyway. And I wish you peace, love, light, and happiness, and hope to see you tomorrow for what are we at? Tomorrow's Thursday. For our Thankful Thursday. So I hope to see you tomorrow for Thankful Thursday. And if you visit or don't visit, as always, I wish you a peaceful tomorrow. Okay? One.